what is your connection with Germany? Because I understand Germany is really big with Nitzer Ebb.
I have no idea.
You don't?
It's just one of
Well, then we'll skip this question.
I think it's just one of those things that, you know, obviously you had a very kind of strong basis for electronic music coming out of Germany over the years. I mean, you know, forerunners being Kraftwerk, obviously, but then with other bands such as Einzelne Neubauten, even where they were using some electronics, but definitely had a very stripped down and kind of mechanical approach to their music. DAF, as we've said, Die Krups, I mean, there's a whole bunch, Malaria, there's a whole bunch of history of electronic music in Germany. So I think to a certain extent, maybe there's just culturally, there's more knowledge about it, or they were ahead of the game, basically, of the rest of the world. I mean, like, you could go into bars in Germany 20, 25 years ago and hear electronic music, and you certainly couldn't do that anywhere else in the world. You know, very rarely. I mean, maybe in some gay bars in LA, San Francisco, or New York, but that's about it. They're the only places you could hear electronic music. And it's the same with London. The only places you could hear electronic music, like the first ever gigs we did as Nitzer Ebb in London, were in gay bars because they accepted electronic music. I'd like to do it some more. I'd like to do it. I'd like to do it some more. What a mess. Acid. Acid. Down low. Down there. Down between.
Which bands was your major influence?
I think, I mean, for me personally, then a really big influence on me was The Birthday Party.
Yeah.
I think pretty much for all of us, really, that's probably the common denominator for Jason Payne and myself is The Birthday Party. I mean, like, in all aspects, the songwriting, the approach, the energy, and the anger, big pluses.
Controlled anger.
Yeah, exactly.
Combined with divine rhythms.
Yeah, combined with vast quantities of drugs at a time. Hello. Yeah.
After this tour, which has just started, what will be your future plans?
Well, we're going to come back around the summer to do summer festivals, and then probably do some other shows around that time as well while we're here. You know, we've been talking about kind of how to pursue future working endeavors in Nitzer Ebb, and you know, kind of because of the climate of the industry right now, whether or not we want to do another record before doing another tour, if we just maybe do a few tracks and, like, you know, put that online on our website, you know, maybe do some shows, that type of thing, like really trying to figure out how to kind of just keep moving forward, you know, so we'll see.
About distribution of music, do you feel you have to put some free music on your website?
Yeah, I mean, the whole kind of, you know, like Jason was saying, that the whole question of the music industry in general is in flux. You know, its role is certainly questionable as to, you know, the approach of third parties being involved with a band, you know, whether you actually need those third parties. And then more specifically, delivery systems, CDs kind of work still if you want a packaging, but again, the people in a kind of iTunes age don't necessarily want an entire album. And like Jason was saying, you know, maybe it's time not to produce an album. Maybe we just do like a 4-track EP, or, you know, essentially an EP, but 4 tracks are available. Then, you know, maybe 2 of those are for free and 2 of them you buy or whatever. But we understand that essentially the music as produced in a studio and delivered to the audience is pretty much advertising to get them to come to shows. You know? I mean, that's really it. Fortunately for the fans, unfortunately for us, because we have to pay for going into the studio and pay for our houses and, you know, rent and bills.
Houses.
Yeah, houses. Yeah. That. Free music is here to stay.
All right.
The good thing about all that, though, as last note, is that, you know, it seemed that the industry kind of really detracted from the experience of music for so long. Like, personally, like, I think music is really about community, you know, and like, what's great, going to a show, you know, and like being a part of this thing, you know, as the audience as well, not just the performers, you know, and for so long it wasn't really about that, and so it seems like it's kind of going back to that, which I think is a really positive thing, you know, or like, you know, going to a record store, you know, it's like I see this resurgence in vinyl now, and it's like, it really kind of warms my heart.
It's almost retro.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I mean, I think the other point, you know, I was discussing it this morning actually, that the feeling is that the hardcore fans, people who really do love certain bands, they understand that if they don't pay for something from that band, the band's going to disappear, because no one can do it for free, and so there has to be some interaction, a financial interaction, you know, whether that be just at the shows, and we sell CDs at the shows, which is what we've been doing on this tour. I mean, CDs are available in stores as well, or to buy from like Amazon and what have you, or, you know, iTunes. But we've found that people coming to the shows are really enamored with buying the CD at the show, that there's like, this is the specific thing they bought when they came to see the band. And I still think, like Jason said, really is a healthy interaction that good, strong fans like our fans have.
Can you make enough money to live of Nitzer Ebb?
Kind of day to day.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's something that changes. Yeah, that fluctuates for sure. Let's see what happens at the end of this tour. Yeah.
I don't know. You gonna buy a CD tonight?
Yeah.
Thank you very much! Thanks a lot, everyone! Mr. Jason Payne! Mr. Von Harris! I'm Douglas MCCarthey! We are Nitzer Ebb! Thanks a lot! See you next time! You've been great! Thank you!